Hi, I'm Olivia Giovetti, and I am here today with conductor James Bagwell and soprano Angela Meade. We are talking about their upcoming performance of Bellini's Beatrice di Tenda with the Collegiate Chorale at Carnegie Hall. It's an incredible opera full of love and politics and death, all of those hallmarks, and we're going to hear about what makes it so great. What is the attraction, both as a conductor and a soprano, to Beatrice?
I'll start. I think I was attracted to the piece because it's so rarely done. That's part of the mission of Collegiate Chorale, and I know that this piece has been on your radar screen for a while too. So it was sort of a perfect opportunity, and the piece is for some reason just not all that well known, and I think it has some of Bellini's best music.
It has beautiful music in it. People say that the plot is implausible, but it's almost the same exact plot as Anna Bolena of Donizetti's. So I don't think it's implausible at all. It's beautiful music.
Politics and love.
That's right, and execution at the end.
Yeah, right. It's not that far off.
Right.
One of the famous people to have sung Beatrice is none other than Joan Sutherland,
of course.
Another bel canto beauty. What's it like stepping into doing these roles that were so integral to the bel canto revival?
I love doing it. I think it's such a wonderful thing to be able to step outside of the box of the bohèmes and the traviatas and expand. There's so much music out there, and I feel like we so often in the opera companies, the great opera companies of the world, we do the same sorts of things over and over and over again, which has its place, but I love to open people's minds and do other things that they maybe are not aware of, and they really fall in love with them too.
Yeah, that's part of the mission of the Collegiate Chorale, in fact, is to sort of act like the prince kissing the frog, and creating an environment for these works to be heard again, and heard with spectacular singers. And we're so glad that you're doing this.
Oh, I'm so excited.
What's it like for you, James, conducting this work? We've seen such, as I said, these landmark performances of bel canto operas with Richard Bonning and Joan Sutherland, Marilyn Horne. Coming to them now from a 21st century perspective, has anything changed in how you approach these works?
I don't think so. I think listen to the singers. That's really it. It's really about the vocal art. And I think that the bel canto singing is a very specific kind of singing that requires really the conductor to be absolutely willing to be flexible. Don't you think?
I agree.
There's so much, and the fireworks are not the high-burning fireworks. They're high-burning fireworks, but it's often the slow burn, the andantes, the larghettos, these slower tempos, these languid tempos, which have to have a lot of flexibility.
Doing Bellini is not like doing the Rossini fireworks. No, it's much more of the caramel taffy pull sort of tempos where you can really show off a lot of technical facility.
And it's you think when you hear the accompaniments to these arias, it's often just oom, pa, oom, pa. But how you oom and how you pa is a very subtle thing, so that it maintains, without it becoming rigid or stiff, but always having this sort of flexibility and bendability. I think.
I think there's sort of a bel canto revival going on right now, and I'm happy to be part of it. But even so, some places are still apprehensive of doing bel canto. I think they have a notion that people won't enjoy it. There's not a lot of great spectacle a lot of times that goes along with it. It's primarily about the vocalism.
Right.
And I really hope that changes. I hope maybe we can persuade some other people to do some staged works of these things.
I think you're right. I think there is that perception that it's rarefied repertoire. And goodness, it is beautiful if you love beautiful melodies.
Yeah. I think people also think you have to be, a musicologist or something to go and enjoy bel canto music, but it's not true, because a lot of times the most beautiful melodies are in those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Is there an advantage to doing the work in concert and letting the music speak for itself in that sense?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I think so. I think that I've read that the opera is hard to stage, but I don't know that it really is any harder to stage than any other bel canto or opera, any opera at all. But I think we do have an advantage to introduce audiences to a brand new work in a way that with, as I said, with great casting. So we have luxury casting, and so they're going to hear some of the great singers doing this work. So we really want to serve it up in the best possible way.
Yeah, with Angela and Jamie Barton, we practically have our new Joan in Maryland.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's a bit of a class reunion, I think.
It is. Jamie and I haven't sung together since the competition, so it'll be lovely to sing with her.
Angela, what keeps you coming back to working with the Collegiate Chorale?
They do great. I told you I love to do obscure music, and they do great obscure music. The Moïse last year, I mean, I love it so much, and to be able to do this now, and you know, Bellini really gets to the heart of what I love to do, and I'm excited to collaborate.
Do you feel with working on these works that it gives you a chance to be much more, to put your own stamp on it versus, say, a Bohème or a Traviata where they're done so often? This gives you a chance for a very singular interpretation.
I want Bellini to be heard. I want Bellini doesn't need my help. You know what I mean? That is to say, I don't feel the need to editorialize. I let his music speak for itself, I think.
Me too.
He is the man who wrote Costa Diva, after all.
He is.
Are there any Costa Diva moments in this piece?
Both of my arias are gorgeous. I'm so excited to do them. Just a lot of very languid moments where you can just sort of float above the orchestra. And so yes, there are some Costa Diva moments.
So I think I know where you'll be on December 5th.
I think I know where you'll be on December 5th.
Carnegie Hall, and it's an early start, 6 o'clock.
It is.
So let's make sure we're on time.
Yes, let's.
And I'll see you there.
All right.
Can't wait.
Me either.